Hello. Some ideas about effective communication. I got that question quite a lot of times in the last weeks, where people ask me like, what are things easy to remember to have an effective communication? And I would use the ABC, what is easier to remember than ABC, where the A stands for acknowledgement, the B is behavior, what do we do, actions, and the C is constant practice. So A, acknowledgement. Those are all no-brainers, but we don't think about it too much or not enough. The first one is we need to understand that if we want to communicate, if we have something to communicate with our people because we're the leader or something like that, we are not the people that start the communication. No, it's our audience. Because our audience might see us, might hear us already before we see them. And as soon as they know that it's you, the communication starts. Meaning they are pressing the start button, not you. A second one is that there is no second chance for a first opinion. And we all know that saying, but we're not always thinking about that. It doesn't mean you need to fake, but you just need to be aware that there is no second chance for a first opinion. And there's a lot of reasons why that works, and I can talk about that in another vlog, but just let's stick with that now. And the third one is that we need to understand that our audience will listen to us whether we tell the truth. I mean the truth about what we want to bring. And then they will check our actions, whether our actions are just. Just means that it's aligned with what you're talking about, the truth. So when your actions are just, and you're talking about the truth, then and only then, there can be built trust. Okay, the B is behavior, and there I always want to talk about the flows. I mean, the things we do to have a positive connection with our audience, where the F stands for feeling. You want to feel your audience, but you also want your audience to feel you. So there needs to be empathy going both ways. Then the L is listening, and listening is much more than just hearing. Now you really want to listen to understand. And we all know we first need to understand before we want to be understood. The third one is observing. We do much more than just looking. We observe, we want to understand, and we want to make sure that we don't judge to remember and to memorize what we're seeing and hearing. So that's another one that is very important. And those three together, those things that we noticed, that we saw, that we heard, that we felt, we need to write that down. Journalize. Make sure that you write down stuff, and not just scribbling, but things that you understand later, that you can't remember later, so that you can use them in your story. Yes, you're not speaking to your audience, you're telling stories, because stories stick. I mean, we do that since we're babies. That's the very first thing we started to understand. And don't you forget the moments that your parents were reading stories to you, or you as a parent were reading stories to the kids. The third part is the continuous practice. What do I mean with that? I mean with that you got to be aware of what you're doing in your communication. You write that down, and then you practice. Because you want to do that deliberately, meaning you try to learn from what you've done in the past, and where possible, you try to be better. So that's where you need constant practice. So, like I said, it's a simple ABC. A of acknowledging several points that we know, but we're not always thinking about. And the B is the flows, the feeling, listening, observing, writing, and storytelling. And the C is constant practice. I hope this helps you a little bit with your communication so it gets more effective and you connect better. And I will walk with my dogs here, enjoy the day, and I hope you enjoy your day as well. Have a great one. Bye.